Thank you so much, Gino. As we've heard, grandchildren were such an important part of Vince's life. So David is going to share a tribute now on behalf of Vince's grandchildren. Vince believed in God and grew to respect the Bible, as does Serafina, who draws great comfort from the Scriptures. And after we've heard a tribute from David, then Vince's grandsons, John, Stephen and Julian and Daniel, will share a reading from the Scriptures.
Thanks, Dad. That was wonderful. Given the nature of time, Vincenzo and Serafina, my nonna's grandchildren, started to come into the world on the 1st of January 1982. That's me. It'd be fair to say we missed some of the most entrepreneurial and exciting times in Nonno's heyday with the La Aurora nightclub. I would have loved to have been there for all of that, given my fondness of a good party and nighttime socialising. I reckon would have fit right in as the DJ between drumming sets with Dad's band and various other. That said, my two brothers, John and Stephen, cherish the memories of Nonno doing his thing at Vivaldi restaurant. No one prepared crepe Suzette and strawberry flambe by or tableside with such pride, passion, grace and charm as he did. And boy, wasn't it a show. The ensuing culinary indulgence and experience that set benchmarks the world over, the very best Perth has ever seen and no doubt tasted. Although we missed the rip-roaring days, I think I can speak for all of Vincenzo and Serafina's grandchildren, and that is by saying our most fond and vivid memories of Nonno was at the epic Vitali family lunch at my grandparents' home in Naranda, where Nonno was more mild and calm in his disposition, from what I've been told. Quando ti mariti, Davide, was the way he would greet me every time without fail when I walked through the front door ready to indulge in Nonna's amazing cooking. My answer to that was always still working on it, Nonno. Clearly, at nearly 39, I still am. All of us being crazy, passionate, hot-blooded Italians, well, I can tell you that any visitor who came to the Vitali lunch was always blown away by the cooking, and sometimes thought that our loud way of sharing stories with one another was an argument, but it wasn't. It was just the way we used to communicate. Nonno, however, was a man of few words at Sunday lunch and just took it all in. Saying that though, he had massive presence. He knew he was there at all times, especially when demolishing Nonna's pasta in his very unique, colourful and audible way. It was his way of showing her his appreciation for her amazing cooking. Occasionally, as you would expect, there was the odd family, shall we say, fiery exchange. Nonno always remained calm. He was a man that was slow to anger and always avoided unnecessary conflict, but always stood his ground when needed. This was one of the many strengths he had and that we can all admire. Thank you, Nonno, for your calming and wonderful presence at Sunday lunch. Many say the test of a man, or any person for that matter, is what people say at one's funeral. So about that test, I would like to read you a poem I wrote last year. And here it is. The good in the day. In this weird and funny place of energy, matter and space, there appears to be a daily test for me. We're merely just passing through what I thought was a place where the sky was always blue. It matters not how straight the gate or how long one may be prepared to wait, for there's one last ingredient going into the mix, that one last thing we cannot just buy or even pay to fix. It's a thing we really don't understand. Is it infinite, or does it eventually get canned? We call it time, and I just can't think of the next word to rhyme, so I'll just get to it now and say my bit before someone fairly loses their beep. It's not about the where, the what, or even the who, and it's really not even a concept that's one little bit new. Some may say it's all about the why, but I suspect as I grow old and truth unfold, that before the why, it's all about the how in the right here and now. So I've decided for my daily test, I'll just do my very, very best and let the good in the day do the rest. Nonno, you taught us how to appreciate and honour the good in the day. And when it comes to your test, I have this to say. You passed with flying colours. Loving and loved brother to Maria, Cosimo, Domenico, and Albino. Grandfather to John, Stephen, Julian, Daniel, Eva, the only girl, Charlie and myself. Great-grandfather to Matteo. Loving father to my dad, Gino, Sam, Robert, and devoted husband to Serafina. For 66 wonderful years. It was by his side when he said his very last words to her, I love you. What a legacy you have left, Nonno. You'll be very missed, especially the signature way you used to demolish Nonno's pasta at Sunday lunch. He was such a proud man who saw so much of the world with a chest out and shoulders back, the Vitali way, the way a man should. Along with my nonna, you're responsible for all of us pazzi italiani, and that is a huge effort. Thank you so much for giving us life, Nonno. And thank you, Nonno, for teaching us boys how to stand tall and how not only to be men, but how to be gentlemen. And thank you, Nonno, for loving so much, my dear Nonna. No one could have done a better job. Your pride and passion will never be forgotten. Your humour always made us laugh. And your love will always be felt. Rest in peace, Nonno, and see you in the next life.